if you can see about artificial intelligence and machine learning, artificial intelligence and machine learning is playing a very crucial role. The reason being that it is as good as that when you are going on a seashore and there are lakhs of people are there and there is only one camera who is actually monitoring the entire people, and you are not knowing that exactly who is the person who is carrying a bomb. Now over here, artificial intelligence and machine learning can play a very big role. For example, it can actually identify who is the person who is doing a suspicious activity and what can be the possibility that this particular person is carrying a bomb. Similar like that in your infrastructure as well, artificial intelligence and machine learning system or service can actually identify on a real time basis what are the suspicious alerts or what are the alerts which are having some kind of a behavioral change which is not normal, and based on that they can actually throw you a real alert and you can actually take an action. Nowadays what is happening is, because of long laundry list of application and the huge size in the infrastructure and the number of application server, database, etc. which are required for the technology, the sizing become very big, and for the security professional it is a big headache to identify the alerts, to identify the real alerts and to take action. Now when machine and human come together and identify such kind of things with the help of AI and ML, it becomes very easy for identification of the targeted attacks or the advanced persistent threats and take action. So I will say over the period of time, maybe 2 to 3 years down the line, machine learning and artificial systems will be actually the things which will actually take care about most of the cyber security threats, and they will go hand in hand with the humans to defend the institution against cyber attacks. Blockchain is something which is a really new thing, though in Western worlds a lot of institutions specifically in the capital market segment have adopted it and they are doing a lot of experiment using blockchain. In India still it is in a very evolving stage, but the kind of reports or the research reports which we see on blockchain, it seems that this technology is very proven, specifically in the area of security, because the transactions which happens using blockchain, those are really taking a security at a different level altogether. So if this kind of technologies are going to come in Indian segment as well, it is definitely going to help the security professionals in terms of the security of the application and the security of the transaction. However, at this point of time, it is very premature and it is very early stage to say that whether this technology is really proven and solid in terms of security. Sandboxing is something which is really helping specifically in the information security or cyber security domain, because as I mentioned about the zero-day attacks or the targeted attacks or the advanced persistent threats, these kind of attacks does not really have a signature in place, or these are the attacks which are not detected by any appliance or a system. Now that comes a catch, because if you don't have a system in place which can identify anything and you are directly targeted, then you really require a technology like sandbox or sandboxing, wherein you can actually identify the attack with the help of various filters, and it can create a signature on the fly for you. Now when I am saying about sandboxing, as of now there are very less players are there in this industry who are actually helping out with sandboxing. This kind of an initiative should be taken at a very different level or a regulatory level itself, wherein you can have a common sandbox across the peers in the industry or the institution industry, wherein the attacks can be given or the details can be given to the sandbox from various institutions. Those can be identified and the signatures or the advisories can be given, so that you can have a very fruitful utilization of the sandboxing technology. However, having said that, this particular technology is very niche, the things are very new to the industry, and there is a lot of research and work is required to be done on this particular area. I would like to recap on one thing actually, is about, when we are talking about the capital market or information security, specifically in the area of cyber security, we have to really protect our crown jewels. And which are our crown jewels? Our crown jewels are our trading systems, our back office systems, or our CRM systems. These are the systems which required to have a highest level of security. Now, how we can have a highest level of security for these particular systems? You should have to have a defense in depth kind of a structure in place, so that even if any attack happens on your crown jewels, still the defense in depth identify it and defend it. Even if one layer fails, the second layer identify and defend. Even the second layer fails, the third layer identify and defend. So you should have a very systematic and very structured defense in depth which is required specifically for your crown jewels. Second is that the government and the regulators are doing really a fantastic job when it comes to cyber securing. They have actually given a very good guidelines for identifying and securing of your infrastructure and security components. Even if the capital market institution implement these guidelines, I will say most of the things will be definitely remain secure.